Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
He's like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it, and it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
There hasn't been a name in sports this magnetic since Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark has just pulled off something no athlete, male or female, has done in decades. She's not just breaking records on the court, she's rewriting the entire business of basketball. Remember the days when Michael Jordan's name alone could sell out any product? When sneakers flew off shelves, commercials ran on repeat, and his brand became bigger than basketball itself. That moment is happening again. Only this time, it's Caitlin Clark. In a move that's left veteran players stunned and corporate brands scrambling to keep up, Caitlin Clark has become the first female athlete since Michael Jordan to launch her own signature basketball collection with Wilson, the official game ball supplier of both the...
She's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family. Yeah. The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal.
NBA and WNBA. Let that sink in. Not a single player, man or woman, has received this honor from Wilson since Jordan. Now, a rookie from Iowa joins him in that exclusive club. But this isn't just a ball. It's a cultural moment. Her signature line isn't designed for gym class. It's art. Gold and white finishes, laser-etched with career milestones. One celebrates her deep shooting range. Another, her record-breaking performances. And a third honors the way she transforms every arena into an electric, sold-out event. The collection sold out in under 40 minutes. That's faster than a sneaker drop. Faster than a concert ticket release. Faster than anyone predicted. For comparison? It took longer for critics to write their next angry tweet. Clark's rise isn't just about her game, though she leads the league in both assists and three-pointers as a rookie. It's about her influence. She's generating record TV ratings. Her WNBA games are averaging over 1.18 million viewers, 3 times.
Making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from.
Calling all Caitlin Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time within the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee.
The league average. Her presence alone has turned the Indiana Fever into the most watched team in the league. And here's the kicker, she's outselling global icons. From Messi to Ronaldo, Caitlin Clark's merchandise is making waves in places where the WNBA was barely known just a year ago. It doesn't stop there. She just unveiled another collection, this time with a major grocery chain. That's right, a rookie basketball player is generating sneaker-level sellouts in supermarkets. The impact? Unprecedented. Clark is now...
And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That is
the face of Wilson's women's basketball brand, not temporarily, but permanently. This isn't a sponsorship. It's a shift. A signal that she's not just part of the game, she is the game. And in doing so, Clark has left parts of the league reeling. For some veterans, it's hard to watch. Players who fought for years to keep the league alive are now seeing a newcomer not only dominate the headlines but command the business world as well. For some, it feels like their years of grinding in the shadows have been overshadowed in a matter of months. But that's the power of generational greatness. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star. She's a disruptor. A once-in-a-lifetime talent whose reach is extending far beyond the court. She's reshaping what's possible for women in sports. She's forcing brands, networks, and fans to rethink everything. In every arena, her presence is felt. Jerseys sold out. Cameras flash.
We knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. 2 of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
Children wearing her number. Adults rearranging their schedules to catch her games. And behind the scenes? Billion-dollar companies are placing bets that Caitlin Clark is the future. Even Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Well, Caitlin Clark is making it happen. And she's just getting started. She's a one-woman ratings powerhouse. An economic engine. A cultural lightning rod. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's transforming it. In a league that's long fought for recognition, equal pay, and consistent exposure, Clark is delivering something no marketing campaign ever could: massive attention. From Gen Z to baby boomers, she's capturing the imagination of fans who had never before tuned into women's basketball. To young athletes, she's a role model. To older generations, she evokes memories of Larry Bird, sharp, fearless.
But for Caitlin Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. Steph Curry is behind her.
And unstoppable. And to Middle America? The Indiana Fever have suddenly become appointment viewing, like NFL Sundays in fall. But not everyone is celebrating. Behind the sold-out arenas and soaring ratings lies an undercurrent of resentment. A handful of veterans, who spent years grinding in relative obscurity, are struggling to understand how one rookie could become the face of the league almost overnight. And it's not just fame. Clark was recently ranked more marketable globally than sports legends like Messi, Ronaldo, and Steph Curry. While some WNBA players are subtweeting from the sidelines, Clark is forging billion-dollar partnerships. Her name now stands beside Michael Jordan's as one of only 2 athletes in history to launch a signature basketball line with Wilson, the official supplier of both the NBA and WNBA.
She's doing rating-wise for the WNBA what Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry have been doing for the NBA.
Yay. Let the critics talk. The numbers do all the explaining. Clark is averaging over 1.18 million viewers per game, tripling the league's typical audience. Her merchandise flies off the shelves. Kids mimic her moves. And fans, many of whom didn't even know the WNBA existed a year ago, are now rearranging their lives to catch her games. This is no accident. This is a cultural shift. Even legendary NBA broadcaster Mike Breen recently placed her name in the same breath as basketball royalty. Clark isn't just playing well, she's generating the kind of viewership impact once reserved for names like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Steph Curry. And she's doing it in her first year. Yet behind the applause, the tension is building. For some veterans, Clark's rise feels like a leapfrog, a young star skipping the years of struggle that defined their careers. The difference is visibility. Clark didn't sneak through the back door, she kicked it open with a spotlight. In just one season,
the idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot?
She's broken over 60 records, drawn national media coverage, and landed endorsement deals worth over $11 million, all while earning just $76,000 in base WNBA salary. That's not just success. That's a paradigm shift. Some longtime players, understandably, can't help but wonder, where was all this when we were coming up? It's a fair question. But it's also the wrong one. Because Clark didn't just benefit from a cultural wave. She is the wave. She's the reason chartered flights became reality in weeks, not years. She's the reason new sponsors are lining up. She's the reason TV networks are paying attention. Caitlin Clark didn't take anything away from the league. She brought something to it, unprecedented momentum. Still, the reactions from some players have been uncomfortable. Elbows on the court. Eye rolls on camera. Cryptic posts online. For a league built
that people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there, and it was done in 2 weeks. That's who Caitlin Clark is.
On unity and resilience, these displays feel like a step backwards. This isn't high school. It's professional sports. Jealousy is natural. But when it spills into gameplay and undermines the league's biggest moment in years, the cost becomes clear. Even Charles Barkley, never one to mince words, recently blasted the negativity. These ladies, they couldn't be handling this Caitlin Clark thing any worse if they tried. He's not wrong. Clark has done what no committee, no ad campaign, no executive ever could. She made the WNBA matter on a national stage. And she's just getting started. Her story forces the league to confront its long-standing issues, the pay gap, the inconsistent marketing, the lack of mainstream appeal. These were problems long before Caitlin Clark arrived. Now, they're impossible to ignore. So yes, some may feel threatened. Some may resent the spotlight. But the smart ones will recognize what this truly is. A once-in-a-generation opportunity to grow the game.
They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they got to be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they got to be drama because they're
to reach new fans, to raise salaries, to elevate everyone. Caitlin Clark didn't skip the line. She built a new one and invited the entire league to walk through it. And if the WNBA embraces this moment instead of resisting it, the sky isn't the limit. It's just the beginning. For decades, we've been told what greatness in basketball looks like. It came with a soaring dunk, a patented fadeaway, and a name like Michael Jordan. But now, a new name is changing that conversation, Caitlin Clark. And her impact? It's nothing short of seismic. This isn't just a young player having...
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they...
a good season. This is a moment that's rewriting the history of women's sports and shaking up the entire basketball world. Because now, even Michael Jordan, yes, that Michael Jordan, is standing up and taking notice. Let's pause there for a second. Imagine being a rookie and earning praise from the greatest of all time, the man who transformed basketball into a global empire. When Michael Jordan speaks, people listen. And when he says the WNBA owes Clark recognition for what she's doing for the sport, you know something big is happening. Clark isn't just playing well. She's dominating. Her rookie stats? Unbelievable. She's averaging 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals in the playoffs. Those aren't just good numbers, those are historic. The only other rookie in history to put up those numbers? Michael Jordan himself.
So she spoke out against that. She got people paid. She got better travel arrangements. She increased the ratings and the revenue, which obviously the WNBA benefited exponentially because now you got a $200 million deal. All of these things being considered, you damn right. It is appropriate that she got Athlete of the Year. She is special. And
she's not following in his footsteps. She's walking right beside him. And that's why the game is changing. Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a cultural force. Young girls are buying her signature basketballs, trying to mimic her deep three-pointers the way generations once mimicked Jordan's jump shot. But it goes deeper than just the sport. Brands are no longer just sponsoring her. They're rebuilding their entire marketing strategies around her. Why? Because Clark isn't just a moment, she's a movement. She's doing what Tiger Woods did for golf. What Jordan did for basketball. She's not just making people watch, she's making them care. She's changing the economics of the league. Tickets.
Now, what little girl wants to grow up and play in a league where you're targeted like that? How do you sit here and profess and demand that everyone take women's sports seriously when you can't even take it seriously enough to not act like a junior high queen on the court? It's stupid. That's so dumb. It looks like a...
Sales are up. TV ratings are surging. Merchandise is flying off shelves. And perhaps most important of all, young girls finally have a new kind of hero. She's not waiting for permission. She's building her legacy in real time. And yet, it hasn't come easy. She's taken hits, on and off the court. But instead of breaking, she's responded the only way she knows how, by playing even harder, even smarter. And now? She's undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just carrying a team. She's carrying an entire league into a new era. So the question isn't whether she can keep...
I told you a WNBA rookie was out here doing what no one thought was possible and outshining the great Michael Jordan's legacy. How would you react? Caitlin Clark is the girl flipping the script. Her rookie numbers are ridiculous. Fans, analysts, and even Michael Jordan stans are...
than just the sport. Brands are no longer just sponsoring her. They're rebuilding their entire marketing strategies around her. Why? Because Clark isn't just a moment, she's a movement. She's doing what Tiger Woods did for golf. What Jordan did for basketball. She's not just making people watch, she's making them care. She's changing the economics of the league. Ticket sales are up. TV ratings are surging. Merchandise is flying off shelves. And perhaps most important of all, young girls finally have a new kind of hero. She's not waiting for permission. She's building her legacy in real time. And yet, it hasn't come easy. She's taken hits, on and off the court. But instead of breaking, she's responded the only way she knows how, by playing even harder, even smarter. And now? she's undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just carrying a team. She's carrying an entire league into a new era. So the question isn't whether she can keep this up, the real question is, how far will she take us? Because make no mistake, this is more than just basketball. This is history in the making.
You know well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third